For those of you who have watched my previous criminal justice video, you will be familiar with this goal for a just, peaceful, and safe society. So that's going to be our focus on this video today as we try to explore how well we are doing as a society to achieve this standard. My name is Ufuma Udebala. According to the General Social Survey report of 2019 issued by Statistics Canada, they made a link between childhood maltreatment and victimization. In doing so, they considered 4 areas of childhood maltreatment. 1. Harsh parenting. 2. Witnessing of violence by children. 3. Physical abuse. 4. Sexual abuse. Having done so, they found that 6 in 10 Canadians experience child maltreatment before the age of 15. They also found that 93% of those who experience harsh parenting do not report it, even though harsh parenting represents the highest and the most common experience of childhood maltreatment. So, notice to parents, be careful. Now let's make a connection to how that begins to look like when we look at the crime numbers. These are police reported crime. Generally, we know that this is a partial crime figure. Not all crimes are reported, but this police reported crime for 2021 shows an interesting trend. Why violent crimes were increasing, non-violent crimes were decreasing. And the most common violent crime increasing was sexual assault and homicide. We'll look at homicide in the next slide. In terms of regional variation of incidents of crime, the northern part of the country seemed to be leading, with Yukon, Northwest Territory, and Nunavut taking the lead. I wonder what the reason for this might be. Although Statistics Canada offered that this is related to the remoteness of the location, incidents of low educational attainment, high use of substance such as alcohol abuse, I would add that because these communities are mostly populated by indigenous people, the issue of colonization and the impact of residential school is worth factoring in as well. There is the issue: how are we supporting these communities? Furthermore, as indicated, homicide rate is gone up by 29 more than we had in 2020. We had 788 homicide cases. A third of these were racialized individuals. 49% of these racialized individuals were black, while 14.13% of these 788 numbers were indigenous victims who were male, and 4.3 female indigenous victims. So we have a whopping almost 20% of the 788 coming from the indigenous population. Why indigenous and black people are overrepresented in the criminal justice system? They are also overrepresented in the homicide cases. In addition to violent crime increasing in the 2021 incident report is hate crime, crimes that are motivated by hate as a result of religion and sexual orientation. Drug offenses across the board except heroin increased by 13%. Now, what's the trend telling us? Let's recap. Advanced childhood experiences is a specific research conducted in the US with over 17,000 participants that showed people who experience trauma such as child abuse, dysfunctional family situations, incarcerated parents, mental health challenges with parents. People who have those experiences before the age of 18 were more likely to have serious health issues as adults. What Statistics Canada have done here was extend that research to adult victimhood, becoming a victim of crime as an adult, having experienced harsh parenting, witnessing violence, sexual assault, and physical abuse. Interesting. Now, in terms of the link between this adverse experience and victimhood is higher for women than men. Women are 4 times as likely to be adult victims, while men are twice as likely to be adult victims. Now, the shift in violent crime that we just observed existed particularly around sexual assault, homicide, hate-motivated crimes, and drug-related crimes. So what is the implication of this? Obviously, our goal for a just, peaceful, and safe society for everyone is not where we're at. We clearly have that for some people and not for some. For some groups, such as Black and Indigenous people, they certainly are not feeling peaceful and safe overall. But as a parent, as somebody who is parenting in this community, how does this impact you? One, as somebody who has been a victim of childhood adverse experiences. 2, as somebody who has experienced victimhood as an adult. 3, as a parent, how does all of this impact you as a parent and your parenting practices? Are you passing your trauma on, or are you taking time to heal? I hope you keep asking yourself this question so that we don't repeat the cycle. Clearly, there are inequalities, insecurities, and sorrow to go around. And I'm sure it goes round several times for some of us. What are we doing to make sure we don't pass this on? We don't participate in the lateral violence that is very common in our communities. Going forward, I will be focusing on some offenses so that we at least begin to educate ourselves, not to feed into this process, and to take time to begin to heal. If you've watched my previous videos, please continue to share and to subscribe. Meanwhile, until next time, thank you for joining me. Bye for now.